Ever feel like selling to Nigerians is a unique kind of puzzle? Well, what if you had the key? In the next 5 minutes, we're going to unlock the core principles from Akin Alavi's incredible book, How to Sell to Nigerians. This is your toolkit, ready to use right away.
So to really get this, let's start with a story. The author, he's buying a house, right? And he's got two options, pretty similar, but one is more expensive. Now, the seller of that pricier house makes him this unbelievable offer. If any structural defect ever appears, he gets a full, no questions asked refund. You know what happened? He bought the more expensive house, just like that. Why? Because that single offer just completely vaporized all of his fear.
And that feeling, that total confidence, is exactly what our first principle is all about. See, in the Nigerian market, you can't just throw up a product list and a price. You have to create what the book calls a crazy offer. We're talking about an offer so good, so stuffed with value, that your customer would feel like an idiot for saying no.
Okay, so how do you actually build an offer that powerful? Well, the book breaks it down into 3 pillars. First, you've got to make a giant promise. Second, you use the most powerful word in marketing, free. And third, you give an absolutely ironclad guarantee. Let's dig into each one.
Now, this first part, it might feel a little weird. It goes against a lot of typical marketing advice, you know? Forget under-promise and over-deliver. The book argues that in Nigeria, you need to make huge, bold promises that really grab people's attention. So think less like, this sofa will last you 5 years, and more like, you won't even have to think about buying another sofa for the next 20 years. A bold promise just cuts through the noise.
All right, next up, let's talk about the magic of the word free. Just look at these 2 offers. In both cases, the customer pays the exact same N$6,500. It's the same thing. But I promise you, offer 2, the one with free delivery, will outsell offer 1 every single time. That word free is like a switch in our brains that just screams value.
And this brings us right back to that house story, doesn't it? This is the final crucial pillar. An ironclad guarantee takes all the risk, all the doubt, all that anxiety off of your customer's shoulders and puts it squarely onto yours. It's the ultimate way to say, I believe in my product so much, you literally have nothing to lose. It just gives them total peace of mind.
But here's the catch. You can have the most incredible, jaw-dropping, crazy offer in the world, but it's completely worthless if your customer looks at you and thinks, yeah, right, I don't believe a word you're saying. Because so many people have been burned before. Building trust isn't just a nice little bonus, it's absolutely essential for your offer to even have a chance.
The book has a fantastic way of explaining this. Just picture a bank with 3 ATMs. You see someone walk up to the machine on the left and successfully get cash. Now, even if the other 2 machines have no line at all, where does the next person go? You guessed it, they get in line right behind that first person. Why? Because they've seen proof that that machine actually works.
And that's the whole point. It all comes down to one simple word: proof. Your customers are just tired of empty promises and clever marketing. They are desperately looking for real, tangible proof that you're legitimate, that your product does what you say it does, and that it's worked for people just like them. In this market, proof is the real currency.
So how do you provide this proof? Well, you do it with your actions. You have to look the part, like a weight loss coach who's actually fit. You demonstrate your authority. You get powerful, real testimonials from happy customers. And you back all of it up with amazing customer service. Every one of these things screams trustworthy louder than any sales pitch ever could.
Now, building that kind of deep trust, well, it doesn't happen overnight. It's not about a single sale. And that leads us perfectly into our final, and honestly maybe the most important principle of all. It's time for a huge mindset shift. We have to stop chasing one-off sales and start playing the long game.
The book uses this powerful analogy. Imagine you're at a party. If you go around asking 100 people for a romantic encounter right off the bat, your success rate is going to be pretty close to 0, right? But what if you change your goal? What if you just try to get contact details from 50 people so you can build a connection over time? Suddenly, your potential success rate skyrockets.
And the business version of that smarter long-term approach is what we call customer list building. Instead of demanding the sale right now, your main goal is just to get their contact info, an email, a phone number, whatever. This lets you build a relationship, provide value, and turn what was a no for now into a very happy yes later.
And why is this so critical? I want you to really think about this number. A staggering 98% of people who visit a website for the very first time leave without buying anything. 98%.
If you don't have a way to contact them again, that means for every 1,000 potential customers, 980 of them are just gone forever. That's a huge opportunity you just can't afford to waste.
So, there we have it. We've covered the offer, the trust that makes that offer believable, and the long-term strategy to deliver it. Let's pull this all together into a clear, actionable blueprint that you can start using today.
First, you've got to engineer that crazy offer. Second, you back it up by building unshakable trust with undeniable proof. And third, you do all of this by playing the long game, building that customer list. You see how it all connects? The list gives you the time to build the trust that you need to make your crazy offer believable. It's about the psychology, not just the sale.
In the end, the book leaves us with a really powerful challenge. We all know that about 80% of people who learn something new do absolutely nothing with it. So, the only question left is, which group are you going to be in? The 80% who just listen and forget, or the 20% who actually take these techniques and transform their business? The choice is yours.